everybody. I wanted to take a moment to talk about soap nuts. Now, several years ago, I ordered a bag of soap nuts because my daughter was breaking out and she had developed, it looked like a reaction to the laundry soap. And even though I tried 10 different types, nothing worked and her skin kept being irritated. So I bought these soap nuts and I was using it in my laundry and it worked great. She eventually outgrew that reaction. So, but I still had all these soap nuts. So I dug them out because I kept hearing people talk about all the other uses for soap nuts besides laundry. I was like, this sounds really interesting. And I discovered that you could make we'll call it a shampoo for lack of a better term, but it's a little different. I mean, the look of it and the feel of it is different and how it works is different, but I'm going to explain all that to you. So a lot of sisters, are into this no poo thing, the curly girl method. Soap nut quote shampoo fits that category, and it's a wonderful, wonderful thing to use on natural hair because of how it cleanses. Now, you should know first of all that soap nuts are not actually nuts. So if you have, nut allergies, you can probably still use them. Probably want to test it out though just to make sure. But they are known to be hypoallergenic and they're berries, not nuts. So that's what makes them safe for people, with nut allergies. Now, the skins, which is what we're going to be using to make this shampoo, are a very rich source of something called saponins, which is a natural, nature-made cleansing agent. And so, it makes these soap nuts a great alternative to shampoos and soaps and synthetic dishwashing liquids and laundry detergents. They come primarily, as far as I understand, they're native to Asia, particularly India and Nepal. But other parts of the world rather, have been using them for centuries. But over here we got all on the late freight, so we're just really kind of getting into this soap nut natural thing, going green as they call it. So if you are, one of those people that's concerned about the chemicals and additives in your shampoos and conditioners and other hair products, you should know soap nuts contain no parabens, no propylene, no butylene, no glycols, no petroleum, no mineral oil, no sulfates, no alcohol, no TEA, DEA, NPE, GMO, silicones, pesticides, artificial dyes, fragrances, and they're gluten-free. Even though you won't be eating them, I just thought I'd throw that in there to see if you were paying attention. So anyway, let's talk about some of the benefits of this soap nut shampoo. That's what I'm going to call it, like I said, for lack of a better term. This stuff is fabulous. It cleanses your hair and your scalp without irritating. It keeps the natural moisture in your hair. Your hair follicle, since it's a surfactant and it's very mild but thorough, it doesn't damage or weaken your hair follicle. So, if you've noticed that your hair has been falling out, you probably won't notice as much, and maybe even it will reduce or stop with using this cleansing agent. What I like about it is that it's a natural chelator. So if you have, a lot of product buildup from gels or conditioners and things of that nature, it will clean that out without drying out your hair. I'm telling you, this stuff is great. And, that's really important, especially for people that are already struggling with porosity problems. If your scalp is itchy or, kind of irritated, if you have eczema, psoriasis, that kind of thing, it has been known to help heal those issues. Why? Because it's a natural antibacterial. It's called a natural anti-microbial and anti-fungal. So these are the issues that a lot of women wrestle with on their scalp. This stuff helps that tremendously. What I also like is, since it leaves your hair, the moisture is already in your hair, you don't really need much conditioner after. I mean, I didn't use any, and my hair, feels very soft. I mean, I usually use a nice leave-in conditioner, but at this time, just to test it, I didn't do anything. Just put a little coating of avocado oil, and that was it. So, let me tell you how to make it, though. Enough of all this history stuff. Okay, you're going to take 5 soap nuts, If you have a nutcracker, you can use that to crack them open, because they're shipped dried, but the whole berry is, you want to get the little berry that's in the middle out. If you shake it, you can hear it in there. You don't want to use that part. So you want to crack it open, take the little black seed out, and just use the shells. If you don't have a nutcracker, then a hammer or some kind of heavy shoe, anything that will crack the shell so you can extract the seed. So you're going to take those shells and add and set aside 3 cups of distilled water and whatever kind of essential oils you want to use. Lavender, tea tree, peppermint are all good choices. I used some lavender. So you want to bring 2 cups of water to a boil with your 5 cracked soap nut shells in it. Okay, let it simmer over kind of medium-low heat for about 20 minutes. At that point, you want to give it a little stir and then pour in your final cup of water, because you had 3 cups, right? You only used 2 at first. You pour in the final cup and let it simmer another 8 to 10 minutes. Then you take it off the heat, cover it pot, and let it just steep like tea until it cools down. Then you're going to remove the soap nut shells, pour it into a sterilized glass jar, and then add your essential oil. Stick it in the refrigerator until you're ready to use it. Once you're ready to use it, you're going to pour about, a quarter, well, depending on how long your hair is, a quarter to a third of the jar into a plastic bottle, like an old shampoo bottle or, some kind of squeeze bottle that you have. You don't want to take glass anything into the shower. That is a mistake. It's wet. You'll drop it. You'll cut yourself to ribbons. We don't want that. So you're going to put it in a plastic, and then you're going to, dampen your hair, pour the soap nut stuff in there, and let it just sit on your head for 5 or 10 minutes while you wash your body. Right before you get out of the shower, you rinse it out. Now, I want to warn you, make sure you close your eyes, let the water hit you from the back of the head, whatever you need to do to avoid getting this stuff in your eyes, because it's going to feel like cayenne pepper is in there. Okay, you don't want that, because this stuff will make you run out of the shower, run around saying, it's burning. You don't want that. So just make sure you don't get it in your eyes. That's why it's really not that great to use for little kids unless you can control the situation, but because it burns like the devil. All right, so the other thing you should know is that you don't need to use a lot of this stuff to get your hair clean. People are used to shampoos, bubbling and all these suds and all sorts of stuff. This stuff is not like that. You won't see sudsing, not much. But, some people do. They insist they want to see something foamy, so they put it in a blender and whip it up and make it foamy before they use it, but that's not necessary. You just remember that shampoos only suds up because of the chemicals. It does not mean that they're going to get your hair any cleaner than your soap nut shampoo stuff will. So, you'll use it. You'll notice your hair feels baby soft. It feels moisturized when you touch it. Even though it's clean, it's not stripped. But all traces of styling products, the castor oils and all the stuff we put in our hair, glycerin, all the coating conditioners, it will all be gone, but your hair won't be dried out. Now, just to check, I always want to know what the pH is of anything that I create in my kitchen. I got a testing strip out. It came out to be a perfect 4.5, which matches the natural pH of our hair. So it's absolutely perfect, and that was it. Nothing else needed. And my way of thinking, you can't go wrong with Soapnut Shampoo. It's cheap. It's very inexpensive to make. It's 100% natural, 100% chemical free, and it makes your hair feel fabulous. You can't lose. All right? Any questions? Hit me up on the blog, yournaturalhair.com.